everybody, Tyron the God 3 here. Welcome to my top 5 list of overpowered anime characters. Now, when I say overpowered, I don't mean, oh, this character's so strong, they're able to lift their finger and level an entire building or city. Otherwise, this list would just be full of Dragon Ball Z characters. No. When I say overpowered, I mean within the confine of the anime that they're in, the character is super powerful, overly talented, or just really strong, but for little to no justification, no training, no build up for it. This character is just thrown into the plot and is stronger than basically everybody. And yes, this means even main characters can be on this list. And these characters are just so strong, and we don't get any backstory as to how they got strong or any cover story or anything. They're just strong as hell for reasons that we just can't possibly fathom, other than they're just strong. Or yeah, there was build up, but it was very little and it was never really focused on again. They're just an anomaly within the anime that they're in. Also, another rule, I won't be picking characters from the same anime over. That way this list won't be just, again, full of Dragon Ball Z characters. Another rule, no joke characters will be on this list. So if you're looking for characters like Saitama, then look elsewhere, because Saitama is a gag character. And they even go off of that with the title alone being named One Punch Man, and the fact that, yeah, he did do some training in order to get that strong, but it was just ridiculously low standards of training methods that caught every other character off guard. So, with that all being said, also, another rule is, if you're expecting characters like Madara Uchiha to be on here or something, you'll be sadly mistaken, because the show has built that character up from even part 1. So characters like that who have been built up to be that strong are not going to be on here. So, with that said, let's get started. Okay, so Ash finally defeated Darkrai. What's the next Pokemon that this guy is going to use in it? It's a legendary. Well, that's fair. Screw you! Number 4 is Majin Buu. Now, a lot of people are probably going to be on two sides of this. One, why to put him so low, or two, why is he on this list in the first place? Well, Majin Buu's on this list because Majin Buu himself actually isn't that powerful when you take into account that characters like Super Saiyan 2 Goku or Vegeta, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, can actually blow off bits and pieces of his body. Now, if Buu weren't able to regenerate, that would be a wrap. Buu would actually lose. But it's because of the fact that Buu can regenerate. He has all of this unlimited source of energy, so you can fight him for days and days and days, and he still won't tire out. Also, the fact that even if you blew bits of his body apart, not only can he regenerate those pieces together, he can take those pieces and actually make multiple versions of himself. Or he can take those pieces, wad them up, contain you into this like immobilized state. Or he can take those pieces and absorb you with them, and all he needs is a little wad of like chewing gum of his body to do it. Or even if you blow him to pieces, he's still able to regenerate after that. Like, it's ridiculous. That's not even most of what I just said. He can breathe in space. He can copy moves just by looking at them. If he does absorb you, he gains some of your personalities as well as your powers. And he's able to blow himself up, learn the instant transmission so he can immediately regenerate and come back on a different planet. He can basically blow planets up within an instant and then be back on another planet in the blink of an eye. And that's not even the worst part. The fact that this guy just solely exists because screw it means that there's a possibility that he can make more of himself, which was proven in the Xenoverse and the Dragon Ball Online games that he can. So there could just be multiple versions of this guy. Buu is a freaking monster, and he's just overpowered because there's no backstory as to how he's this powerful. He just is. Like, he just is. I don't even know how the hell he let himself get sealed up. This guy's just insane. Now, why is he so low on the list? Well, there's a lot of characters that are able to blow up planets in Dragon Ball Z with the flick of their wrist, so I'm not really surprised. Hell, even Yamcha could do it if he used the Kamehameha strong enough. So I'm not surprised as to a lot of some of Buu's feats. Also, ever since the Dragon Ball franchise has kept going, we've seen characters much stronger now. Goku and Vegeta have reached Super Saiyan Blue, which means their God Ki exceeds that of what Majin Buu's power is. We also see that characters like Beerus and other gods of destruction and Whis exist that are far beyond the planes of what Majin Buu used to be. So he was strong for a time, but I think he's severely outclassed now. But even for what he can do, he is very irritating to take down. I love Death Note. Death Note is actually my second favorite anime next to Dragon Ball Z. But there's no denying that one of my favorite characters in Death Note, Light Yagami, is overpowered. This kid is about, 17 years old? And at 17, this kid is able to outsmart a guy that's been dedicating his entire life since he's been in the orphanage to, just high-class detective work. This dude's smarter than the guy who's basically on the same level as Shakespeare, because he ends up killing L. Sorry for the major spoiler warning. Anyway, he not only does that, he ends up outsmarting Mello in a way to end up killing him, which is basically his predecessor. So he ends up killing him. He would have killed Nier too if it weren't for the fact that Light was relying on too many people. Also, this dude at 17 was able to juggle like 3 other girls to be his girlfriend at the same time without getting caught. And I don't know about you, but that's a feat all in itself. And he makes straight A's, all while killing like a bunch of these killers. And he's able to avoid the FBI, the task force, and the Japanese police while doing so, even when they were doing a full wide-scale Kanto Japan region surveillance on the entire area. And he's able to outsmart the task force to a point where he can not only get inside of them, be interrogated, and work with them, and kill off their highest detective. And he's doing all this at age 17. I just want to sit there and remind you that he's 17 when he does all this. At 17. At 17, I was trying to figure out what I can do to get money from the bus. And this guy is over killing, like, the Shakespeare, the anime Shakespeare. And not only just that, he's able to do all of this within several years and just, he's like a god. I guess that's why Light felt like he should be a god. And that's not to down anybody who's really smart, but this guy, for being really academic and cunning as he is, it's just at 17, I just want to stress that he was 17! I feel like I'm looking at a fanfic character, like a character that somebody made up after they watched like 100 episodes of Naruto and was like, yeah, I could beat that. What is Boruto? Well, for those of y'all who don't know what Boruto is, I'm going to give you all a little summary of his resume at 12 years old. Okay, Boruto is the son of the 7th Hokage, which is Naruto Uzumaki. Boruto is also the son of one of the main branches of the Hyuga clan, Hinata Hyuga. Boruto knows Gentle Fist style without having a Byakugan. Yeah, you heard me right. And that's not even the start. Oh, strap in. Boruto is able to use not 1, not 2, but 3 nature-style chakras. Water, lightning, and wind. He's able to use the Rasengan and throw it without the need of a clone at age 12. And the dude has the ability to use multiple shadow clone jutsus. You know, those things that most Genin can only make 2 of. He's also has his own dojutsu that isn't the Byakugan for some reason, but for reasons we just can't understand is probably going to end up being stronger than the Byakugan. Hell, it may even be on the level of Tenseigan. The dude is training under Sasuke, which means he'll more than likely be able to learn the Chidori. Oh yeah, did I mention he's 12 years old? Yes, I get it. The next generation should be stronger than the last generation due to growth and advanced technology and advanced ways of learning. But he's the second best in his school. And his parents are like celebrities. I don't think there's anything wrong with this kid. How do you make a plot around this dude? And just also, did I forget to mention he's 12 years old? This dude is so powerful, even for this dude, for what he's doing right now. That means even when he busted out the womb, he was on Chunin to Jonin level. This guy is insane. Insane. It's just ridiculous. I can't even right now. I can't with this guy. So remember when I said the Light Yagami was like 17 and he was able to do all these crazy feats and outsmart like the anime Shakespeare? Well, imagine that guy on steroids, and that's what you get when you make Kirito from Sword Art Online. Alright, what is Kirito exactly? Well, in Sword Art Online, Kirito was introduced because he had a head start playing an MMORPG that others didn't, because he was a part of a beta tester team, which means there should be other people that are around the same level as Kirito himself that are about good at the game and better than everybody else, just like, because I said they had a head start. They were all locked into the game thanks to the rule change. And that means that all of them, respectively, should have grinded up to the point where they're all about the same strength. Now, Kirito's just the best. Screw you. He's better than you. Like, if you think you're good at Sword Art Online, screw you. Kirito is better than you. And so good to the fact that he's able to beat the creator of the game, even though the creator used hacks to cheat. Kirito is able to beat him, thus beating an MMO, which is hard within itself. He beat MMO, guys. I just wanted to let you know. There's millions of people who play MMORPGs, a virtual reality one at that, and he just beats the creator of the game, thus beating the game. But that's not even the tip of this iceberg. Oh no. Kirito also enters a second virtual reality game, to which this time he doesn't have that head start that he had last time of, being better than everybody. No, this time the game's been out for several weeks, which means that Kirito doesn't have that head start anymore. Yet for some reason, after learning how to fly for half an episode, he ends up being better than everybody again and makes his own style of dual wielding so that he can beat the villain in that one, making him win another MMORPG again. Do you know how hard it is to beat an MMORPG? I just want to let you know that. And then the dude also ends up making straight A's in school, even though he missed the year because, he was playing the MMO. And then after all of that said and done, also, did I forget to mention that he marries? Yeah, he's married. Yeah, the 17-year-old kid is married to the second strongest Sword Art Online character, by the way. In addition to that, he also has multiple other girlfriends. And I know what you're thinking. They're not his girlfriends. They're just his friends that happen to be female. Yeah. They're his girlfriends. And one of them is his cousin. But moving on. We move on to Gun Gale Online, that's been out months afterwards, and it's full of characters that have been playing the game. They all enter a tournament to see who's the best, and do you want to know who ends up winning this tournament even though they just started playing the game? It's Kirito. It's Kirito. He's the one that ends up doing it. Oh, also, he plans on making his own video games because, yeah, he's just the best. Screw you, he's the best. Oh, and did I forget to mention, after Gun Gale Online and after Sword Art Online, the Season 2, the Elfen season, he is able to beat not one, but two crazy maniac criminals in hand-to-hand real-life combat. The dude can beat two people in real-life combat and beat another person in virtual reality. And he's able to win 3 MMORPGs. And I don't